down just of late. Okay, so Coach Helen for Youth at Studio, talking about sleep. Now I'm covering just 5 tips today, and why I'm only covering 5 is a bit like most of the lives I talk about. I talked about it yesterday. With something as particular as sleep, it's not as easy as saying just do this and you'll sleep, because the individual person will have individual stresses. They'll have individual reasons why sleep is escaping them at this particular point in time, or any point in time, to be fair. So individual stresses, individual environmental issues, individual pressures, etc. They're all unique to the person experiencing them, and then how they cope with that, and how their sleep is then impacting by their coping mechanisms or lack thereof of coping mechanisms, right? So the reason why I'm only covering 5 of about, God, who would number it? Oh, God, it's going to be about 50, easily. 50 different ways you can approach sleep. 50 plus, probably, depending on the person and situations. The reason why I'm only covering 5 is because of that. It's a very unique situation. So if you are someone that struggles with sleep or overall health and how it's impacting your health, by all means come and work alongside us a little bit more closely, and we can sort of a strategy that helps out more long term. The details are in the link and the bio on Instagram, so hit us up and spend some time with us, and we can always go over your particularly unique situations with sleep in depth. That being said, I am going to get into a couple of things today that are generally quite I would say standard, but they are some of the most impactful of clients of late, because things I'm experiencing. Why? Hey, Krishna's coming in. Krishna, you're stealing Kate's little up vibe. There I go. The things that are impacted in a minute. Long hours of work, stress before Christmas. It's not like the normal stress before Christmas. It seems to be like trying to get all work done before Christmas. Like there's that a million people with million deadlines that all need to be in before Christmas Eve. And quite a few people are feeling that, and that's impacting their ability to switch off and their ability to start their day. Now, these are the kind of things we're going to talk over first. For the love of God, people, get the TV out of your bedroom. I'm going to repeat something that's been said by a million coaches before. This isn't anything new. The bedroom is for the 2 S's, sleep and seduction of your significant other. Yeah, I said that quite nicely, didn't I? The 2 S's, seduction and sleep. There is no T for TV in either of those. The television, and can I just confirm as well, when I say seduction and sleep, I also, that doesn't mean you put anything else in, right? So no screens. That means phones, iPads. That means anything on a technology device, right? Not in the bedroom, people, please, before sleep, right? It's number one. If I'm honest, I will say to clients, okay, if you're really going to insist on doing this and not using your bedroom for the 2 S's, well, you might be. I'm just, in additional to blue light blockers, light dimmer, all the rest of that stuff. Do that, yeah, okay, fair dues, right? However, please, no TV or television screens, electronic devices before bed by 1 hour if you're struggling with sleep. Like, if you're not someone struggling with sleep, this is okay. Like, I think we're all kind of pushing the line a little bit. We're not how much you can get away with it, but if you're dealing with something right now, worst thing you can do is be looking at an electronic device or watching TV in the bedroom before sleep, because you just literally just nails your sleep without even thinking about it. Lots of people say to me, "Yeah, I fall asleep watching the TV." Don't stay asleep though. Fall asleep, yes. Stay asleep, no. Wake up 2 to 3 times, yes. So electronic devices, especially TV, out of the bedroom, please, people. If you've got it mounted on your wall, I'm sorry, I'm not asking you to rip your wall off. I'm saying to you, just be considerate of what time of the day you're going to be watching the TV in the bedroom, and try to avoid it before bed. Seduction and sleep, people, that is what the bedroom is for. Just keep saying it. Number 2, right, is the light situation. Now, some of you might think, who've watched some of these before or worked with Youth Fit before, say, oh, she means the bat cave, like how to create the bat cave in your bedroom, as in complete and utter blackness. Whilst I personally love that, I love not being able to see my hand in front of my face. It's just awesome. It's just love that. And I wear earplugs to sleep as well, so it's literally like I have no senses. Love it. Now, if you're not someone who loves that, fair dues. However, when I'm talking about light, actually, I'm going to talk about this in a slightly different way. it's all about how reactive your brain is to light and dark. And Nazarene, hey Nazarene, Nazarene agrees with me as well. Nazarene used to say, yeah, no TV in the bedroom. I love that. In the bedroom. No, TV in the bedroom. Now, light is an interesting one. And for me, it's on two factors. Now, I talked about this with a client only yesterday, actually. I was explaining to her about something that is very useful. A lot of clients of mine use, and I have to use as well, which is a light alarm. Now, I've said this before about sleep and about stress, is that we often focus on the night ritual or routine as a way of winding down to sleep and helping us with being able to stay asleep. What we don't do, actually, with dealing with stress and sleep often, is look at the morning routine as much. Now, to explain what a light alarm does, it's plugged in, it's set up. I'm not going to rip it out because it's set up. However, a light alarm will simulate natural daylight in your bedroom during these long days of darkness. What that means is that, say, if we use mine as an example, so mine is set for 5:15 in the morning to go off. Everyone knows I get up very early. If you don't, you don't live as me now. 5:15, I've set the alarm. At 4:45, it will start to simulate a sunrise in my bedroom. Now, it's not like, boom, it's light. It's exactly that. It's an orange glow that starts warm, gets a little bit cooler over a period of 30 minutes. And then when it hits 5:15, I get the lovely sound of birdsong to wake me, and therefore simulating the actual, what it's like in the summer months, or has been in the summer months. And it's so effective that sometimes I can't tell the difference between the birds inside and outdoors at 7:30 when they actually wake up these days. So the light alarm, what does it do? Why would you want to do it like that? So again, I spoke to a client just yesterday, and she was telling me, Helen, I wake up in the morning to alarm, and it's like this. My husband thinks I'm mad because I have to go downstairs by myself, away from the kids and from him, and breathe. And I said to her, okay, so what is it? What is it about it? She said, well, I just feel like I'm like this. She said, I struggle to sleep during the night, and I'm so tired in the morning when the alarm goes off. I feel like it's almost violent, like it's an aggressive. And that's the thing about mobiles. Mobiles, and that's why a lot of people probably snooze, mobiles are effective piece of technology that we rely on. They're like, God, make sure I've got the arms on because the mobile's got to wake me up. If they are on vibrate as well as straight into something quite loud, gee, gads, I mean, I feel it. I'm like this, whoa, wow. You're awake, but you're awake in such a way that you're almost like you've been electrocuted. Sometimes you're flying out of bed, or at least up from sleep. Now, if you're struggling to sleep and have high stress levels, actually what sometimes can happen when you're woken so suddenly is, if you experience this, you're straight into stress for the morning, straight into stress, straight into brain awake, body awake, gotta go and do stuff, right? Gotta be doing this, gotta be doing that, the kids, work, right? Now, there's different ways of looking at it. You can also get, and the light alarm does this, it also has a sunset setting where you can set it for an amount of time to slowly dim the light in the bedroom so that your eyes relax more and you have more of a sleepiness, if you like. You can also get salt lamps. I talked about salt lamps before. They're also great for the evening. So you can look at light both in the morning and the evening to help deal with both stress and sleep, because awake from sleep more calmly than getting shoved out of bed by vibration at 4:10, and God knows what you've got as your ringtone at the moment. I've yet to change mine to Rudolph's Red-Nosed Reindeer. I probably will soon, if I have to use it, right? However, putting those combined together, that's a recipe for waking and going straight into stress. So think of both ends of your day. So think about the morning and evening. Now, limiting alcohol and caffeine. Okay. Again, I'm not suggesting this if you are somebody who's having healthy, and by healthy I mean quality sleep of non-waking 6 to 8 hours, and waking like Snow White. If you are that person, I love you and hate you at the same time, like, birdsong, all right? All good, go for your life. Not go for your life, but if you are drinking caffeine before going to bed and it's still not impacting you, you lucky people, go straight ahead. However, both of those things, I've talked about them before, have a very high impact on sleep and your ability to stay asleep and ability to have quality sleep. That's all very different things, okay? Often someone will say to me, oh, but Helen, I slept for 8 hours. I feel great. 9 hours, 10 hours. I feel great. Yeah, I slept for 10 hours. I'm like, how many times did you wake up? About 4 times. And not just a little bit, as in turning over, I mean up and around and back to bed. Now, here's the question to ask yourself if you are drinking caffeine or drinking alcohol. If you are still feeling refreshed at 11 a.m, then I can believe that those things are not impacting you. If you're feeling sleepy or groggy by 11 a.m, have a consideration. Okay, again, only if you're struggling with sleep. These are just some things to tick off the list, right? Now, another one is about the morning routine again. And it's this another client this week, we talked about this because she does this as well, actually. And it's a rarity that you talk to people that do this, for me. And if you talk to some of the other coaches, they're not all on board on it. However, I love to do this, and it's called grounding. Grounding is, in essence, I wish I lived near a beach to be able to do this, because that would be awesome. However, it's getting in contact with the ground in the morning, sense the name grounding. For me personally, I love when I'm staying at mine to, especially in the summer months, at the minute as well, to go out and take my shoes and socks off, and in the morning I have a coffee and I walk around my garden. So I walk around the grass. And this client this week as well said, yeah, do you know what, when I'm really stressed, I'm struggling with my sleep, I love it in the mornings. I think, again, she's in her family, thinks she's nuts as well. She says, I walk around and have my coffee outside, and there's something about the contact with the earth that almost relaxes and gently wakes. Now, it's also grounding, also getting morning light. There are hormones your brain is looking for and seeking to release into your body, which it struggles to get when it doesn't have natural light, and certainly in the months like this. So especially in a weather like this we've been having, right? But now how much we feel better when we see blue sky, we see lightness. We still need the sunlight, even if it's grey, we still need it. Again, if any of you guys know me at studio, you always come in sometimes and I'm just wandering around outside aimlessly, looking lost. It's deliberate. I'm deliberately not taking my phone. I'm taking a coffee and I'm walking around outside in daylight in the mornings when it's light, so that I can wake my brain. And it's an amazing strategy that is overlooked for the mornings. So that is hot on there as number 4. Now, I talked about this on my challenges, and I'm going to put it as this time, okay? I'm probably have to change language on this slightly to deviate. So saying no to emails and or any work-related contact after dinner. Now, you may say dinner, you may say 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Some people might push it to 10 o'clock if they're already doing 11, right? The idea is you are firstly shutting down really before dinner, because you're actually going to want to rest and digest. I've talked about that as well, aiming to help sleep and stress levels. You want to relax, have dinner, and actually communicate with your family. So have your dinner. Say no to no more work at that point. Allow yourself to end the day in some degree with an action, which is to shut down. Now, again, if you're somebody in a high-powered, high-demand job, you say, but that's impossible, I can't do that. Agreed, there are stages. Again, it's dependent on how badly impacted your sleep is right now. If your stress levels are through the roof and your sleep is literally, the quality of your sleep is shocking. When the name of this live is five tips for better sleep, not perfect sleep, better sleep. So if you're falling into the pit hole of, which a lot of clients are right now with the deadlines I mentioned, working really late, working on deadlines that can't be moved, pressure, working until 11, 12 o'clock at night, and only sleeping 4 to 5 hours, broken sleep. My challenge would be, and it is to the clients I'm talking to, how much quality of work are you actually doing at that stage the next day? And when really challenged, I talked about this before, I had a great example. Woman had done, it's like 3 hours of work. I think she'd worked until 1:30 in the morning, done 3 hours of work, got 4 hours of sleep, handed it in the next morning, got completely pushed back saying this is absolutely rubbish, you've got to do it again, right? Did she realise once she'd gone over it and did it again that it only took about an hour and 20 minutes to do, when it took her 3 hours the night before? Because she wasn't half asleep from stress of having to actually do the thing from the night before last. So the quality of what you're doing is not as great as you think when you're working these deadlines. So consider, not every night, if you are really, really being pushed, that saying no to work after dinner is a fantastic way of letting your brain shut down, and just for one night if it really is pressure, right? Again, better, not perfect. Okay, so there's your 5. Now, I know it's not because I got so excited really just talking about Christmas. I will do every single live now until Christmas. I'll get excited about talking about it. However, there is a lot of us with a lot going on between now and the 20-something of which you'll be celebrating Christmas. Do I expect sleep to still be sacrificed a little bit for it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Lots of people tell me how tired they are right now in the run-up, in the grind into Christmas. It's not been the most relaxing one this year, I think. However, these tips are there. As I said, there's so many more. There's so many more that at both ends of the day, right? These, I've only picked 5 out of 50 billion, really, depending on the individual. All right, so if you are a client, yay, talk to your coach, right? Start to get a strategy in place that is right for you, it's designed for you and your specific environment and pressures, etc. If you're not, again, click on the link, click on the bio, please. We've worked with clients for years on stuff like this, so we do know what's best in certain situations, right? So if you're not experiencing themselves, we'll trial it. That's why I've got the light alarm going on. So let's go over it then. So sleep, right? Switch the TV off before bed, and it's not for the bedroom. Seduction and sleep, people, that's what it's for, not for watching The Crown or Queen's, whatever it is, Queen's Gambit, whatever it is, that well, I will do want to watch that, but whatever it is, it's for not the bedroom. Sleep and seduction only, people, that's what it's there for. Look at your lights, right? Look at dimming the lights at night. Look at light alarms. They're not expensive. You can get relatively cheap ones. Look at getting daylight in the morning. Limit your alcohol. Limit alcohol and caffeine if you're struggling, right? Find a point in the day where it's less impactful, right? Get some sunshine in the morning. Grounding, right? Grounding and sunshine, both brilliant things you can do at the same time, right? Fantastic things. Say no to emails after dinner, right? Now, do I think everybody can do all 5 of these? No. If you are struggling and one of these floats your boat, just try one night. It's not going to harm anything, is it? That's the thing about these things. They are simple to do, and if you really are struggling, it's been more than a few days without sleep, you'll know you're willing to try anything. So one night, give it a try, see how it goes. Right. So back on Monday. Ooh. I'm back on comparisons. Oh, so Monday, join me for the comparison and what happens when you compare certain situations, what the outcome is. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and a great one, whatever you're up to, Christmas shopping, etc. I'll be shopping for my Christmas onesie. Until Monday, have a fantastic evening and weekend. Laters.